is the same tribe that's fed up with the fucking American bullshit. Trying to stuff that stuff down their throats, make it the new normal, make this all right. And it ain't about Mulvaney being transgender or wanting to be a girl. That ain't about that. It's about the other side of the transgender people that's coming after their kids. You know, we've all seen the video. We're here, we're queer, we're coming after your kids. I don't care who you are watching this video. Unilaterally, is that even the right word? Unanimously? I'm just going to say 100% we all agree about the same thing on this matter. We want better trucking. We want better country. We want better laws. We want more money in our pockets. We want cheaper prices. We want more peace. I don't care who you are. We can disagree about every damn thing, but I guarantee you we all agree on that. And that there's the start of our tribe. Oh, what's going on, guys? Hey, if you click this video, stay to the end because I got an important message. Something that's I've been thinking about for the last couple of weeks. And I want to discuss it, and I need your help. I want to get, well, let's just say I'll get to that point in a minute. But, you know, you ever fantasize with your friends or wife or whatever and talk about if you had one wish, what would it be? You know, and it's, everybody wants the big house. They want $1 million in the bank. My wish is this. My wish is to have a united people, as we should be. We are divided so hard today in the world of family, friends, politics, trucking, and this video is based on making a change in trucking. And it's hard to make that change in trucking because we're so divided, and people don't understand this. But maybe I can help you out with this. It's human nature to be tribal. It's human nature to like what you like and screw anybody else that don't like what you like. It's human nature. In order to be non-biased, to be awakened and understand that that's human nature, then you can make the steps necessary to change your opinion and not villainize somebody because they don't think the way you think. And if you want an example of this, a simple example of this is Android phone users versus Apple users. You know, I'm an Apple guy, but all of my Android people, they're like, oh, I can't believe you have that Apple phone. They're garbage, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, come on now. Or, you know, look at the people that like In-N-Out Burger and they compare it to, what's that other Texas place? Oh, man, you probably know what I'm talking about. I mean, people are so tribal. It's just like, I like what I like, and if you don't, screw you. And you really need to awaken yourself and open your eyes and quit being so narrow-minded and understand it's human nature. Once you understand it's human nature, it's just like it's in a dog's nature to hike his leg to pee. It's in our nature to be tribal. You know, it's a survival instinct is what it actually is. And the powers to be know that and use that, and they keep us butting heads on every genre or anything, whether it's religion, whether it's what color your skin is, whether who you like to sleep with, whether it's the left wing or the right wing, whether it's this guy or that guy. Now understand this, we do live in a duality world, and what I mean by that is, I should be charging you for this stuff, but we live in a duality world where there's two sides to everything. You can't have up without down, rich without poor, healthy without sick. You can't have in without under, or over and under, hot, cold. There's two sides to everything. There's God, there's the devil. You know what I'm saying? There's literally two sides to everything. Right, there's wrong, there's no in between. It's either this way or that way. And as a survival technique, that's an instinct for human nature is, it's either right or it's wrong. We don't have, I I guess, the mental capacity, or most of us don't have the mental capacity to be fluid against all opinions. And opinions are, they really don't mean a lot, you know, it really don't. There's so many people in this country that's divided. We can't get anything done. Our country's being ripped apart. Our trucking industry's being ripped apart. Families is being ripped apart, and it's all because division. Now, let me reword what I said a minute ago. I think that one wish would be for me that the people in general would awaken. And I'm not talking about that woke community that they stole the awakening motto that's been big in the spirituality and truth seeking for many, many years, to become awakened. And to become awakened is when you pull when you pull the veil of dogma out from in front of your face and you see things for what it actually is. Yeah, if you're ate up in dogmas, and if you don't know what that means, that just means fake beliefs. You know, if you grew up as a baby and somebody said don't go on the mountain, there's a monster up there to eat you, and you don't know any better, and you never go up on the mountain, and your neighbor thinks the same thing, and everybody thinks the same thing, nobody goes up on the mountain because they believe there's a monster at the mountain. You know, it's just dogma. It's fake beliefs. Now, with that being said, my wish would be for people to awaken and understand we're being mind fucked. Sorry for my French if you don't like that word. I guess I can tone it down for you. We're being mind sexed, and I don't like it. And more people need to open their eyes and become awakened to all the fuckery. We're losing everything that we hold dear as a nation, as a family, everything. Everything's being ripped apart because the powers to be keep us butting heads. You know, there's probably never been a time like now where families are more divided than they are now. Not even talking about as truckers or political realms or any of that. I'm talking about even families. You know how many people I know don't speak to other family members because of political issues? And it's all bullshit. Open your eyes. I don't care if you're right wing or left wing, it's the same damn bird. People need to understand that. And I wish we could come together and be unified because we're so divided now. It used to be the rich or poor divided, the slave to the slave owner divided. Now it's became race division. And just to be honest with you, there's only one race, and that's the human race. You go back thousands of years for different cultures and how we migrated around the world. We all steal from one freaking place in the world, and I'm pretty sure that's Africa. You know, if you don't know what I'm saying here, there's a sand tribe in Africa. Just research it, Google it. Don't take my word for it. I'm just a messenger. There's a sand tribe in Africa that has the same DNA molecules. I don't even know if that's the right word, but they have in their DNA, everybody in the world stems from their DNA. So we're a one race. There's no division. That's like, let's say chocolate lab versus a blonde lab. You know, that's a better combination. It's the same damn dog. It's a different color. Anyway, we're all human race. But they keep that and they use that to divide us. The black, the whites, the Hispanics to the whites, the Hispanics to the black, the Asians in between. I mean, it's just, everybody stays so at arms with each other, and they're full of non-biased or biased prejudices. I'm not going to even say racism because I don't believe racism is real, because I don't think I know. I'm sure it's real in some places, but from my own experience, I know a lot of black folk, I know a lot of white folk, I know a lot of Hispanic and Asians, and I don't know any white dude that don't know another race that he's not friends with, at least some. But, you know, same goes said as the people that I know is black. You know, racism is, it's overused. It's a fake word. I don't think that's a thing of 2023. I don't think it is. People just don't really understand the definition of racism or racist. what they mean is prejudice. So anyway, people are so divided on race, and then they bring in who you like to sleep with. Oh, this person, this. We hate gays. We're gay bashing, or I mean, people. You know what I mean? Families has got a gay person in their family. Every damn one of them. Every damn one of them. And you know what? The family is like, okay, I accept that. But yet, on the internet, you would think people hate gays, or vice versa. Because there's a small number of people on social media, whether it's the extreme white folks, the extreme black folk, the extreme gay folks, or the transgender folks. There's an extreme small amount of people on social media that has you thinking the whole world thinks like that way. And I'm here to tell you, the general consensus is they don't. The thing is, that small group of people that's online, they're just very loud. And the government, I wouldn't say the government, I want to say the powers to be, the ones that pull the strings of the government, the people that you've never heard of, the real power families of this world. And I'm just letting you know, the president of the United States is not that person. There's the puppeteers worldwide of rich, powerful families that pull the strings. And it ain't Putin, it ain't Trump or Biden or Barack Obama. It ain't these people. It's people that we've never heard of. And they use that to their advantage to keep people so intertwined and divided that if you keep the people divided and in turmoil with each other, they're never going to get on the same page. You notice that's how truckers are? They never get on the same page. About 2 weeks ago, when I started thinking about this video and how I wanted to make this video, I watched my buddy, my good friend, TruckerG on Facebook. He done a Facebook Live, and he was talking about the Oliver Anthony guy, the Richmond, north of Richmond, which is super phenomenal song. And just as much, I like the next hit he dropped out or put out was I Want to Go Home. Because that song, man, that song touched my heart, because when he said, you know, I don't feel the same way, I forgot the words. Here I put myself on the spot. Oh, he don't feel the same way when he wakes up anymore. I probably messed those lyrics up. But anyway, you get the gist of it. Oliver Anthony music puts out these songs and you can feel his emotion. You know, it's like that old song where I think it might have been Willie or something, you know, if you can make folks feel what you feel inside, let me warn you, it's a long, long ride. That's the thing. He's touching the world's heartstrings because you can feel where he's coming from. Anyway, you got McDonald, Todd I think. Anyway, he makes a lot of good songs. And G made a video talking about, he said, I'm going to exclude Oliver Anthony because he's new to the game and it's ain't about money for him. He's not selling tickets and singing about it and touching our heartstrings. What he's doing is he just came out and he's not a sellout. Time will tell, though. Time will tell. Money does change people. And don't take away the fact that Oliver Anthony music, his songs are very well written, and I mean the powerful message in those lyrics. But the other people, whether it's Jason Aldean, you know, they all sing about it, but that's all they do. They're singing about it and they're selling you a ticket. It's time for us to make a change and let's do something about it. But before we can do something about it, we've got to get on the same page with each other. You got to put your biasms to the side, and we got to come together. Let me see here. We got to come together. Let me see if my thing's still working. Still working. And we got to come together and get on the same page. You know, you talk to any war vets, they talk about, you know, World War II or Vietnam, and they talk about the brothers in the ditches with them, you know, of all different nationalities, creeds, religions, colors. Everybody was on the same page. They was tribal. They was tribal because they were it. They were the shit, and who they was shooting at was what did it. You get what I'm saying there? The duality world again. You got right, you got wrong. this tribe is in the right, and the ones on the other side of the field, they're in the wrong. We got to get tribal like that again and get on the same page as a people. Sorry guys, I'm coming up the hill in Albuquerque and a bunch of these trucks up there are going slow, so I guess I can just back out of it. That's what I do. We got to come get on the same page again and respect each other again. And just a little bit about myself. This video is going to be long, more at 15, 14 minutes. A little bit about myself. I grew up in the country of North Georgia. And my best friends growing up was a black boy named Reggie. He's my cousin. My Uncle Mickey married his mama back in the 80s. We was next door neighbors. We grew up together. And our best friend, there's three of us, was Bobby Moss. Bobby Moss was a Mexican. So growing up, my best friends with a black boy and a Mexican. And what's funny as hell is Bobby, his mama, she was real, like super Mexican. She didn't understand a lick of English. And we'd be at Bobby's house and she'd be getting on his ass for something. Because we was kids, man, we was always doing something. And I'd be like, dude, what's your mom saying? He's like, I don't know. Because he didn't know Spanish. Anyway, that was my background. My godmother is black. And I mean chitlins and cocoa butter black. God rest her soul. And I really feel that most of us in this country has grew up with that. Different people growing up, different friends growing up. But yet now we're in such a division. Racism or prejudice, people are at all-time highs. And we got to look beyond that and see what caused that. And I promise you, it's not the black boy that caused that. It's not the white boy that caused that. It is the powers to be. It is the TV. It is your news channel that they feed to the sheep. And I don't know about you, but I'm not sheep. I don't follow the crowd. And you got lions, you got sheep. I'm not sheep. But at the same time, I'm not even gonna say I'm a lion. I'm more like a wolf. You know, if I want to create a pack, I'd be like the wolf pack. And simply because of this, you don't see wolves performing in the circus. And also, the wolf can be a lone wolf, but at the same time, a wolf can be a pack. And they all get on the same page. They're tribal, and they work together. And that's more of me. I don't need to be the man, but I want to be a part of a tribe. I want to be a part of a movement. And I reached out to TruckerG and I told him when I watched that video, I said, listen, man, I said, I dig what you're saying, but I don't think scheduling another convoy or a concert and getting big names to show up, I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's where it's at. It does create a lot of publicity. It does get a lot of people fired up and pissed off, but that's where it stops. And I'm going to use something for an example here that really took place on a cancel culture, because that's what we want to do. I don't care who you are watching this video. Unilaterally, is that even the right word? Unanimously, I'm just going to say 100% we all agree about the same thing on this matter. We want better trucking. We want better country. We want better laws. We want more money in our pockets. We want cheaper prices. We want more peace. I don't care who you are. We can disagree about every damn thing, but I guarantee you, we all agree on that. And that there's the start of our tribe. But I told G, I said, man, I don't think that's going to work, because the example I gave him was this one I'm going to talk about now. I said, when Bloodline came out with their thing, with the Mulvaney thing, everybody got pissed off. Nobody put together a convoy. Nobody put together a concert. Nobody put together any of that. Everything took place right here on the social medias. And what happened was, so many people was pissed off. Not because, I feel this too, not because there's a transgender that's getting paid by Bud Light to promote this beer, and they're making videos like, oh my God, Bud Light put my face on this can. They made him one can. Yes, I will call him a him because he's not. You can play pretend you're a girl, but you're dude. Hey, they made him a can with his picture on it, and everybody got in their uproar. And for good fact, because the tribe that got in their uproar about that, no 3 to 5, 10-year-old should be impressioned into being something other than they're not. You know, when I grew up, and you grew up, we all grew up, people told us you could be whatever you want to be. But these motherfuckers nowadays have stuck it to a next level. And children are so impressionable. You tell them that they can be a girl when they're a boy or vice versa, they're going to believe that. Then they're going to start putting chemicals and hormones in their body. And now, that gets my heartstring out there. It pisses me off. Kids are very impressionable. And also, all little boys are kind of girly before they get testosterone. It's just a fact. I was, you was, we all was, a little bit. Because, take yourself back when you was 8 years old. Most of us, be like, oh, somebody older kid, be, oh, look at that girl. Be like, ugh, girls are nasty. I just want to play with my cards in the dirt, swing, or whatever, play video games. Say that to that 13-year-old boy when his testosterone drops. He's like, oh my God, look at that. Screw those video games, you know what I'm saying? Children are so impressionable. So that right there, in my opinion, that's why America canceled Bud Light. Because we're fed up and tired of that shit. So when the Mulvaney can came out with Bud Light, it wasn't Mulvaney, it wasn't Bud Light, it wasn't, oh, they're trying to shove us down our throat. It's just, it was the straw that broke the camel's back because the American people were pissed off. Just like the American people are pissed off now. We want cheaper fuel. We want cheaper gas prices at home. We want cheaper groceries. We want better pay, better this, better that. We all want the same thing, guys. We've got to get on the same page. I told G, I said, we need to come up with something like a movement. I said, I'm gonna think about this for a couple weeks, and I'm gonna rack my brain. I said, because I want to do something. I said, I've got a platform that I've got a little reach, and if I can put a video out and get a little more reach to other people, and we can all get on the same page, that's when we're going to make changes. You get 500 or 1,000 trucks going to DC, parading around with their jakes and their horns. That don't get nothing. That just pisses the general public off in the area and the politicians. We need another way. We need a movement of volume of people. We need, I mean, there's millions of drivers in this country. If we had 1 million drivers on the same page in this tribe, pushing for the same results, we can make a change. We also need people in Washington that's got our back, because as of right now they don't. And another thing that really pisses me off is all the regulations that they keep implementing on us drivers. I seen my wife today sent me a TikTok video of some state, it might have been Arkansas, I don't know, it might have been Oklahoma. They are using AI technology with these cameras, these units they built, and they're sitting them on the side of the road, and as drivers go by, they got AI technology shooting cameras down in the trucks. And they got one, hold on, what's going on? They got one with the guy holding his phone. And what that does is it sends pictures and information and data to state troopers up the road. Then they pull them over with evidence and give them a ticket. I agree. I see both sides of that. That's where I was talking about not being, you know, ate up in dogma. You can see both sides of the spectrum here, both sides, the good and the bad. I can see that driver should not be holding his phone. But at the same time, we all do something every day that we're not supposed to. Something. This RV just ran his car off the road up here. I don't think his mirror's working. I mean, that was hardcore. I'm glad I was paying attention. Every day we do something that's illegal, something as small and minute. But at the same time, we can get pulled over and get a ticket for it. And that's just another iron in the fire, somebody trying to take our money. So that's where I disagree with it, because I agree you shouldn't be doing stuff that breaks the law. But at the same time, we all do something every day where we break the law. And it ain't about those cameras. It's about everything else. It's about ELD mandates. It's about emissions. You know, I started driving a truck in 2000. I didn't use an ELD until I was to the last day. I had to. I could not use paper no more. And by that time, I'd done reached well above 1 million miles, safe driving miles at that. The last moving violation I've had in a truck was in 2002. So let's I think I've done all right before ELDs. The worst thing about it is, I've had 4 violations since I've had an ELD. I mean, that wasn't moving violations. They was just simple tit for tat stuff. And I drive faster now with an ELD. It was better without the ELD. Now, at the same time, looking at the other side, I don't mind this ELD because I don't want to kill myself driving. But it's just the principle of it. Look at all the other laws and regulations that they put into place. It's just like, it's just a nibble at a time, one nibble at a time. And if you take enough nibbles out of the apple, you ain't gonna have an apple left. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people's like, I let stuff slide because it's like, it ain't that bad. This little nibble's not that bad, but what about the other 400 that's coming after in the coming years? The way things stand now, I don't know where trucking's going to be in another 10 years. Because it's like everything is coming at us at all different angles to suppress you, oppress you, and put you out of business and make you dependent upon Uncle Sam. And unless we do something, that's our future. That's our future for our kids. Alright guys, I think I've held you on here long enough. If you're still watching it, give me a comment downstairs and let me know your opinion. What should we do? We got to come together. We got to start a movement. We got to start this, and we all got to get on the same page. And there's a car fire over here on the shoulder. Oh, sucks, man. That sucks. What do you think we should do? What do you think we should call this movement? Because it's not just about truckers. You know, think about this. Out of the 3.5 or 4 million CDL holders in the country, we've got anywhere from 20 to 300 people in our family that is still affected by trucking. So the secondary side of trucking is bigger than our trucking space. My camera go dead again. Come on, you sucker. No, it's just pushing down, looking at my fat belly. Yeah, the secondary side of trucking is way bigger than the actual heartbeat of trucking. So that drops into, it ain't just about truckers, it's about our nation, it's about our country. We all got to come together. We got to put our dogmas aside. We got to put our bias aside and get on the same page, become the same tribe, because we're right and they're wrong, and we need to make that happen. Anyways, guys, if you're still hanging in there, give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I put videos out on the regular, all things trucking. Until that next video, see you, bye.